Hey, what's up you guys? It's Tina. Welcome back to my channel where I talk about living and teaching in Vietnam. I hope that you're having an amazing day. In today's video, I'm going to share with you my observations having been teaching in Vietnam for 4 years now. These are what I'm going to call cultural background notes that you as an aspiring teacher or maybe you're already teaching in Vietnam should know. I wish I knew about these prior to coming to Vietnam. It could have helped me have a more appropriate response when I find myself in interesting situations. But I'm going to share them now with you so that you don't have to feel clueless. If you guys want to see more videos about teaching and living in Vietnam, tips, strategies, and teaching from me in the future, then feel free to subscribe down below to my channel. Turn on post notifications so you never miss another upload. Now let's jump right into the video. First, picture of Ho Chi Minh or Uncle Ho. Yes, the city is named after him, Ho Chi Minh City. He was the president of the north of Vietnam and a very influential communist leader. You're gonna see his picture in your classroom. It usually sits on top of the blackboard. It's in the center of the room. You're not gonna miss it. Number 2, no morning assembly or flag ceremony to start your day. I was actually excited about this when I started working at a bilingual school, but they don't have a morning assembly. Kids just go straight to their classrooms. Number 3, you are Miss Tina or Mr. Paul or whatever your first name is. Vietnamese call each other by their first name. They add Miss or Mr. to the name of the teacher to show respect. Sometimes they call you teacher or Cung, which is the Vietnamese word for teacher. Number 4, Vietnamese write their names this way: last name, middle name, and first name. This means, for example, if you're doing your reports, you need to look at the end of their whole name to find their first name. Number 5, they write their dates this way: day, month, year. In the Philippines, we're used to month, day, year, but when you start teaching and living in Vietnam, then you should use day, month, year. For example, 3/8/2020 is the 3rd of August 2020. Number 6, there are no prescribed school shoes. This means that students can wear anything that they want with their school uniform. They can wear sneakers, colored shoes, Crocs, or sandals. Number 7, shoes outside. This is especially true when you're teaching in language centers. It doesn't matter if you're teaching kindy, primary, secondary, you're gonna find a shoe rack right outside your classroom. And this is where your students are going to put their shoes before coming inside the classroom, which means that you as a teacher will also have to do this. You need to remove your shoes. If you've got socks on, great, or you can just go into the classroom like everybody else barefoot. Some schools don't have this as a policy, but they still remove their shoes during nap time, which brings me to the next one. Number 8, lunchtime is nap time. Vietnamese students take naps in their classroom. Once they're done with their lunch, they go back to their classroom and they're going to find that their desks and chairs have been moved to the side, their floor has been mopped up, and there are little films in their classroom. This is where they sleep and their homeroom teacher sleeps with them. Other school staff also do this. You're going to find that the library is off access during lunch because other school staff, they go in there and they take naps. When you work in the teacher's room, just take note that eventually the lights are going to be dimmed because the Vietnamese teachers are going to take their nap. Number 9, girls' hair gets fixed. Once they wake up from their nap, they're going to prepare for their first afternoon class. That means that they're going to go to the toilet, wash their face, and the homeroom teacher is going to help fix the girl's hair. So she's going to maybe put it up in a ponytail, in braids, or what have you. It can maybe take 5 to 10 minutes of your class time, but you can use the time to prepare your activities or interact and talk with your students. Number 10, frogs for lunch? Don't be surprised if your cafeteria serves you fried frogs or snails. If you're not into them, then just politely say no. Number 11. If you're Asian, you're gonna be mistaken as Vietnamese. This happens to me all the time. Students, teachers, they greet and talk to me in Vietnamese, and I simply smile and say that I don't actually speak the language. Number 12. Lessons or discussions shouldn't touch the government. This is pretty obvious, but it still happened to me. I was teaching at a university and I was following the teacher's guide to a T. The topic was protests, and I was eliciting drawing experiences from the students about when they protested. The discussion went on until it was kind of uncomfortable, and there was a student who said, "Teacher, maybe we should already stop talking about it." So never talk about or include government in your discussions. Number 13. Football fields in schools. This is a dead giveaway. Vietnam loves football. They know all the top players, top teams, and there's a huge obsession over this sport. Which means if you work in a big school, then you're gonna find a football field or football pitch in your campus. 14. Hugging is not very common. This is more of a special note to myself because I'm a hugger. I love giving hugs to my friends. I hope it helps them feel good, especially on a stressful day. But I realize that some of my Vietnamese friends are not very comfortable receiving or giving hugs. Don't feel bad if they don't wrap their arms around you as tightly as you would have. It's just not very common. Number 15. Motorbikes, which means traffic jam anywhere near a school, especially in the morning and in the afternoon. Avoid as much as you can, especially if you drive your own motorbike like I do, going to school at the same time that the parents drop off their kids. Try to go early. It's going to be difficult. You don't want to get stuck literally in a tight spot with a lot of motorbikes around you. Avoid leaving school after class right at the same time when the kids are being picked up by their parents. It is real chaos. You don't need that stress. Stay in the teacher's room, prepare your teaching materials, talk to your co-teachers, or have coffee. Incidentally, Vietnamese coffee, I would say, is the best coffee in the world. Speaking of coffee, do you know that Vietnamese students as early as primary drink coffee? Save the best for last. Chinese New Year? No, they call it Tet. This is the much-awaited holiday for teachers and students. The school goes on break for 2 weeks. There are some schools that even go on break for 3 weeks. And this is even bigger than Christmas, which is not really that celebrated in Vietnam. Students and their family, they go back to their grandparents or their parents' hometowns, or they go out of the country. This is also the time of the year when parents are quite generous. You'd be surprised with gifts, baskets of goodies, wine, food, and other treats on the last school day before the Tet break. It might be every teacher's favorite holiday, second to the Teacher's Day. That is it, you guys. I hope that I was able to give you a heads up by sharing with you my observations about the Vietnamese culture and how this is expressed in the school setting. Please let me know down below which of these observations you find helpful, interesting, something that you didn't know before. I would love to hear them. Thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!